Hello, my friends. This is Molly Shaw with Professor B Math. I don't like skip counting. Why, you ask? I don't like skip counting as a way to teach multiplication facts. It's simply a rote auditory memory. The kids can sing it back and have no meaning. They can sing it like any other song or rhyme. In order to use it for their multiplication facts when they're doing their schoolwork, they have to go back and re-sing the song and then figure out which multiple it is. This is not efficient and it's not mathematical thinking. Later in this series, I'm going to introduce a new way to teach the multiplication facts, which you're going to be blown away. I have such great experience working with kids who have not been able to learn their multiplication facts. And in about 15 minutes, I can teach them a fact family and they don't forget. So look for that one coming up in a few more videos. But today, we're going to talk about count bys. Count bys not only help with multiplication facts, but they develop that part of that brain, that mental sketch pad, or that mental number line where they're manipulating groups of numbers, sets of numbers, which is the basis of mathematical thinking. So let's get started.
One of the best ways to develop number sense is through something I call count bys. Many kids learn to do skip counting, where they repeat over and over their multiples by just saying 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But even 2-year-olds can often recite these. That doesn't mean they have the number sense of what those numbers mean. And count bys will develop the number sense. So here's the strategy. The first thing I do is I say, hey, say I'm talking to a 3rd, 4th, 5th grader. Can you count by 5s? Sure, I can count by 5s. Okay, show me, count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 40. Oh, that's awesome. Now can you go backwards? I may only have them go up maybe 10 places or so to like 50, and then they come back. And I go, great. Okay, so now let's do the same thing. Let's count by 5s, but instead of starting at 0, let's start with 1. And sometimes I'll do this with them with a game where I say a number, they have to say the next number. Sometimes I just have them recite it on their own. Or even if you have a group, you can have them all doing it with a certain kind of cadence or rhythm. Or you can pass the ball from one person to the next and see who's going to break that cadence, so you can kind of start really slow. What is it going to be? It's 6, 11, 16, 21. Do they see the pattern? Do they see the 5 plus 1 more pattern? Do they recognize the multiples of the 5s plus 1? Again, the patterns that are established in that mental number line becomes so meaningful with this type of activity. When you're starting with the little 4 and 5-year-olds, you can use your hands and you can say, can you count by 2s? And they're going to go, sure. And you can say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Great. Can you go backwards? 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. What if we started at 1? Could you add 2? Let's count by 2s, but start at 1. What do we have if we have 1 and we add 2? They'll say 3, add 2, 5, add 2, 7, add 2, 9. So you can support them also doing count bys at a very young age. For older kids, we can do count bys with multiple digit numbers. What if we started with 2,224 and we count up by 11s? We count backwards by 200s. Again, developing count bys is power. It is mental math power. You can also count by with fractions. What if we started at 10 and counted backwards by 1 1/2? 10. What would that be? 8 1/2. What would that be? 7. Again, it takes a lot of thinking and problem solving and creative thinking to do these count bys. It is a little gym mental muscle workout, and they end up understanding how numbers work and how they relate.
Count bys are perfect for your warm-up, either in the morning at the beginning of your school day or at the beginning of your math lesson. I've used count bys with every age, 4 all the way up to trig students. It's an amazing way to activate that part of the brain to trigger that mathematical thinking. Next time, we're going to talk about the 10 chart. The 10 chart is an amazing strategy for introducing partners to 10 and begin to introduce not only the foundations of place value, but also the idea that you can regroup around 10s to calculate any number that you want. This is a powerful strategy, and I can't wait to see you next time. This is Molly Shaw. See you next time.
This is the 10 chart. And the 10 chart is used in order to have children acquire mental mastery of the facts, addition and subtraction facts associated with 10. There are games we play that enable children to master these facts very quickly.